and welcome to another episode of My Horror Life.
I was looking in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a
he
flash.
did the mash.
It did the monster mash from my laboratory.
So, it's the Monster Mash. It's a good kick back to the old school days of when things were carefree. The Monster Mash was actually back then. It was like, musicians didn't do stuff like that. It was like almost like a first comedy bit, the Monster Mash, and well, we've come a long way since then. And now we got guys like Alice Cooper to scare us and Slipknot. So, anyways, that's not what we're here for. It's first episode of my horror life in a while now, since my birthday, like 3 weeks ago. And really not much to talk about. I just kind of wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about maybe what kind of movies you guys have been watching for this Halloween season. You know, it's my favorite month. I'm like a kid in the candy store or a pumpkin in a pumpkin patch. Either one works. Like I said, I really didn't have any agenda to talk about today. It's just going to be kind of rolling off the tongue type stuff. I can tell you that I've been watching this series on YouTube, and it's called Malvolia, the Queen of Screams. She has a bunch of short stories that are going on right now. She's up to episode 3, and they're maybe anywhere between 8 and 12 minutes long, but they're really gory and right to the point. It's kind of reminds me of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, when she had her series, and Tales from the Crypt. It's kind of like pays homage to those with the mini movies. And Malvolia, she's gorgeous. She's very, very sexual, but very devious. So and it's played by my good friend Jen Nangle, and Jen is a amazing person, and always a pleasure to work with. I'm actually one of the executive producers on what's going to be the Halloween special, which hasn't aired yet, but I can't wait to see the final outcome on it. And I'm honored. You know, Jen is a beautiful person, and I'm going to drop her IMDb down below. I've talked about her in the past, and always very gracious, always very professional to work with. I can't say enough good things about her. She's amazing. I'll drop her YouTube channel too. That way you guys can watch the Malvolia, the Queen of Screams. Ah! Sorry, Jen, I can't do it quite as good as you. I also want to talk a little bit about the AMC Fear Fest going on right now. And while I do like a lot of the selections that they've come up with this year, even though you're kind of watching the PG version of the movies, I do have one critique, and this is gonna upset you Walking Dead fans. I know it's gonna. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. AMC has The Walking Dead as their main show, and I don't see why they're using Halloween as a way of keep showing episodes during the overnights. They should be using that for classic films, for other horror movies to be shown. AMC has 11 other months that they can premiere new episodes or reruns. Do they have to use up Halloween too? Because honestly, I'm not a fan of it. I don't dislike it, but it's not something I would follow all the time. And Halloween should be reserved for when Christmas Christmas doesn't do Christmas special. I mean, they do the specials, but they do old classic ones and newer ones, but they don't use it just for a show that they could be showing 11 other months of the year. So, I know I'm sorry if I triggered some of you Walking Dead fans. It's no disrespect. 11 other months that show could be shown as much as they goddamn want to, but the Fear Fest should be for just movies, and it should be 24 hours, 7 days a week, all month. So that's my only critique to AMC, but kudos on the movies that they have chosen. Kudos. Also, I think Sci-Fi has done a good job. Sci-Fi has been showing a little bit more modern stuff. I actually caught the Nightmare on Elm Street remake again. It's the first time I actually saw it since I saw it in the movie theater, and didn't get much better. I know there's fans of the remake, but you know, sorry, there's just no likable characters really in that movie to me, anyways. So, you know, in the past, Nightmare on Elm Street, there's always been that character that you were rooting for, and even the girl in the movie, she's just, to me, it's not likable. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, like I said, I didn't really have an agenda coming on here. I haven't done a horror life in a while, and I didn't want you guys thinking that I was betraying horror. I'm not. Still on board with a lot of indie films. Just watched Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow. Vincent DeSante, amazing job. Thank you. That was awesome. I'm glad to be a part of that film. I got a thank you credit on that one, so hopefully the follow-ups will be awesome too, because I know Vincent has like, is it 2 or 3 more coming? So it's great to see Deputy Pallone is now the Chief Pallone. Pallone. But yeah, it was good to see Vincent. I'm not going to even try to pronounce his last name. Gustapriano. I probably butchered that name so bad. But Deputy Cologne is now Chief of Police, so he does a great job. And of course, Tommy Jarvis is back in it. I'm sorry if I'm giving spoilers here, but you should have already watched it by now. But I will drop the link to Never Hike in the Snow down below too. Between coughing and yawning, I don't know. I slept like 12 hours. So, but remember, Halloween's right around the corner. And if you haven't got your candies yet, there you go. Hershey bar. Remember, we can still do safe trick-or-treating with this whole COVID thing. I plan on still being outside handing out candy. Maybe not have a lot of people, but I'll be, because we have a big porch. So I have a plan that I'm going to put the bowl in this side, and I'm going to be sitting on this side like 6 feet away when kids come up. Tell them to take like 3 pieces. Or maybe I'll separate them on my own. I'll separate so that they can grab their own individual candies, and yeah, I think I might do that. That sounds like a good idea. That way, like, kids like don't like try to grab 4 or 5 and candy be gone in like seconds. But I still plan on sitting outside because Halloween is a tradition that cannot be broken. COVID, no COVID, I don't give a shit. Kids have masks, they can put like the mask, and then like here, example. This has a hole in it, right? Put a mask underneath it. Me sit 6 feet away from the bowl, social distancing, and masks are being worn. Done. So don't let your town tell you what you can and cannot do. Our town is allowing us to do, which I don't understand what the word allow means. It's an outdoor thing. The COVID laws here are is if you're outdoors, you don't have to wear a mask unless you're in a crowded area. So another thing I know people are probably going to get triggered on, ooh, Rob, you're not being safe. I am being safe, but kids need fun in this world. So COVID or no COVID, I'm going to let those kids have a good time and scare them at the same time. But maybe bring my Michael Myers mask, my Hannibal Lecter mask, my Jason Voorhees mask, a little bit of all, maybe. And of course, everyone, happy Halloween, 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 happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Until next time, what you looking at? This is my horror life. Booyah.